My dear students, I hope you are doing good and studying at home and taking the virtual classes seriously. So I thought let's make video for class 8 social science so you guys can study from home something which is not understood by you. So I have created notes for you guys. So let's quickly go through the notes. So we are dealing with geography book, the Earth Our Habits, Chapter 1, Resources. So these are the basic points we should know before getting into the chapter. So, as the chapter name suggests, resources. Now, the question arises, what are the resources? What do we understand by resources? So, resources are the something which is used to satisfy our want, which is used to satisfy our need. It is basically the human need which satisfy is known as resource. Now example could be any. Obviously water. You need water in your daily life, so water is a resource. Electricity, rickshaw, facility, vegetables, fruit, food. So that's all come under the resource because it is used by us and they have utility. Now another example could be the pen or a pencil. Suppose now you have to write and you cannot find a pen, so that point of time pen or a pencil is a resource for you because utility or usability is what makes an object a resource. Now every resource has some value, this you have to understand. What? That every resource has a value. And what makes an object a resource? It depends on the usability and its utility. Now they are saying the time and technology, they are the two important factors that can change substances into resources. What are two things which can change substances into resources? Those two things are the time and the technology, right? Now I have prepared this chart for you so that you can understand resources are of different types. As you know, if we understand what are different types of resources, they are natural, they are man-made, they are human. Natural, man-made, human, this we have already studied in class 7th. Let me just go through it once more. Now natural resources could be air, it could be water, it could be land. So air, water, land are the natural resource. He's improving his skills to produce certain goods. Okay, now I will be talking about resources on the basis of origin. Resources on the basis of origin. Now how resources got originate depend on the biotic factor and depend on the abiotic factor. Bio means something living. So example is plants, animals and living organism comes under the biotic resource. Abiotic resource क्या होता है? Abiotic which has no life, that means air, water, land is the abiotic resource. Okay. Now what are natural resource? Right, this we have already studied the different types of resources now. So on the basis of origin we have talked about. Now I'll be talking about renew or non-renewability. Now they are saying natural resources which are directly extracted from the nature. Natural means nature. So resources which are directly extracted from the nature are called natural resources. It could be air, water, land, soil. Example. Now I have prepared these notes so that it doesn't waste your time and you can easily understand and write down in your notebooks. Now A part. Natural resources on the basis of origin. How the resources got originate? I have already explained you biotic and abiotic. Biotic means something which is living organism, plants, animals, living beings. Abiotic which is non-living, which means air, water, rocks, minerals. Okay. Now on the basis of exhaustibility I'll be telling. So exhaustibility में क्या आता है? there are two resources, renewable resource and non-renewable. Renewable is something which can be renewed again and again. That means which does not get exhaust easily. So these are the resources which can be renewed or reproduced by the physical, chemical or the mechanical processes. So they are quite abundant in nature. They are quite unlimited in nature. Example, solar energy which we get from sun. So it is never exhausting. It does not exhaust. It is always, it keeps reproducing. Wind energy, hydro energy. Hydro means water. So energy which we getting from water, energy which we getting from wind, air. So these are the energy which is renewable, which does not get exhaust. Second point is non-renewable resource, thing which get exhaust very easily. That means these are those resources which are quite limited in stock. Once the stock get exhausted, एक बार अगर ये स्टॉक ख़त्म हो जाता है, so it takes thousands and millions of years to be renewed. कितने टाइम लग जाएगा? Lot many years to be renewed. So example are coal, petroleum and natural gas. These are the non-renewable resource, which means they are exhaustible resource. They exhaust quite easily if we keep wasting these resources. Will not be getting these resources in the future. Okay, the C part is on the basis of their development and use. How we are using the resources? So it comes under on the basis of uses and development. So there are two types of resources, actual and potential. Now actual resources, resource whose quantity is known. We know the quantity and we are actually using that in present, is known as actual resource. Now what is potential? Potential resources whose quantity is not known and which cannot be used in present. That means we can use that in future. Okay. Now we come to the D is resources are classified on the basis of distribution also. On the basis of distribution में हम कैसे categorize करेंगे? First is ubiquitous, which means these resources are found everywhere on the earth. Example, land, air, water. These are the ubiquitous resource. Second is localized resource, which means they are found only at certain places. Like example, copper, iron ore. These are not found everywhere. There are certain particular places where we can find the iron ore or copper. Okay. Now there's a note which says the distribution of resources depend on number of physical factors like terrain, climate, the attitude, and the distribution of resources is unequal across the earth. Okay. Now we come to the man-made or human-made resource. Now what are these resources? The resources which are created from the natural resource with the help of the human resource. That is, with the help of the human beings, these resources are created from the natural resource. So resources which are created from the natural resource with the help of the human beings to produce useful products are known as man-made resources. Example, road, bridges, hospitals. These resources we can produce only with the help of human beings. These resources can be produced with the help of human beings. Right. Now we come to the third, that is human resource. Now human resource क्या होता है? It refers to the number and ability of the people, which means people can make the best use of nature. How? By creating more resources. And how they can create more resources? When they have the knowledge, when they have the skills. So people are the example of human resources. Individual, firms, they are the example of human resources. This refers to improving the quality of people skill so that they are able to create more and more of resources. I hope you are understanding this. But if in case there is something which you don't understand, you can ask me on commenting below. Now, the last topic in this chapter we have conserving resources. It is very important to know how we can conserve the resources. So, the first point which comes here is conservation of resources refers to using the natural resources very carefully so that they could be renewed or it can be continued to be used in the near future, that is for the future generation. Second, sustainable use of resources. That means carefully using the resources means it refers to carefully utilizing the resources and balancing. There should be a proper balance. So balancing the need to use the resources and also conserve them for again future use. Other point is it is our duty. It is not a one person or second person, but it is everybody's duty to ensure that all uses of renewable resources are sustainable, are proper, are equitable. Fourth, the diversity of life on earth, it should be conserved. There are different variety of life on earth. We see so many species, so many varieties. So the diversity of life on earth, it should be conserved, and the damage to natural environment should be minimized. We should take care of our natural environment, of our plants, of our animals. So it should be minimized. Okay, so here we have done with the notes, with the important topics. Now we come to the exercises. Let's quickly go through them. Now following questions, the question 1 is, why are the resources distributed unequally over the earth? So why are the resources distributed unequally over the earth? The distribution of resources depends on number of physical factors like terrain, climate, attitude. Since these factors differ so much over the earth, so the distribution of resources is unequal. Now, what is resource conservation? Using the resource very carefully and giving them time to get renewed is called resource conservation. Now we come to why are human resources important? So people are human resource, and human resources are important because people can make the best use of nature to create more resources by applying skills, by applying knowledge, by applying technology. Okay. Now, what is sustainable development? We have all discussed this under the notes. It's